Giants at Broncos. I am going with the Broncos to win and the Giants to cover a 7-point spread here. I went with Bo Nix is my stud of the game. Didn't really play out of his mind this past week, but did just enough to win. I think it'll probably be kind of a similar script this week. I went with Wandale Robinson as my anytime touchdown scorer.
Word. I actually took the upset here. I took the Giants to win, the Giants to cover the 7 naturally if they're going to win. I haven't really been all that impressed with this Broncos team. Like, yeah, they beat Philly last week. Yeah, they came up and they followed it up with a win against the Jets, but that performance was everything less than convincing to me. That was an ugly game. I mean, yeah, your defense played well, but like this Jets defense was getting steamrolled consistently, and they held you to 13 points. Like you scored 20 against the Eagles. It happened to be enough because their offense is just disheveled. Um, I just don't think that this Broncos team is like an upper echelon team, if that makes sense. And we just saw the Giants go in and beat a Chargers team with more of their weapons than they have currently, and an Eagles team with who's still not completely injured. um. So yeah, I taking the Giants to win here. Giants to cover. Give me Jaxon Dart. Good old the chosen one has come for New York. He's back. And give me Theo Johnson to score a touchdown. I think they got away from him a little bit. Yeah, huff those darts, huff those darts, huff those darts. Um, I do think that Theo kind of got a little bit game scripted or game planned out last week. I do think he is a big piece of this offense without Malik Neighbors moving forward. So, um, Nolan, go for it, and then lead us into Colts Chargers.
Yep. I'm going to take Broncos to win here, but I am agreeing with Bahookie here. I'll take Giants to cover. I think they will make this game competitive. I know 2 weeks in a row you get two teams where they've talked about their defenses in plenty of just being locked down. Well, the Giants just went and torched the Eagles. Now they get a Broncos defense that has played well. So that's why I'm going with the Broncos. I don't think they can do this 2 weeks in a row. They can play well and cover, but not win. I'll go J.K. Dobbins for stud. The Giants' run defense is not fantastic. So I think he could definitely go off. But I will go Cam Scatterboo for anytime. He's proven that he is RB1 and has taken over that job from Tyrone Tracy, which is crazy because Tyrone Tracy was looked at as RB1 clearing away for a couple of weeks there. So, yep, Cam Scatterboo. Colts Chargers. This could actually be a pretty decent game. I wish the Chargers were more healthy. I'm going to double up on Colts here. I mean, we're all doubling up on Colts. I'll go Indiana Jones for stud. I think with the injuries on the Chargers, Daniel Jones will have a decent week again. And then I'll go Jonathan Taylor for anytime. Again, another guy that they expect him to be like upper echelon of the NFL, and he's playing pretty darn well this year. So I'll go him for anytime.
For sure. Two quick next gen stats for you. Daniel Jones completed all 9 of his passes under pressure for 93 yards and a touchdown. This was good for his highest success rate under pressure, 63.6% in a game since 2022. So, like, people think sending the blitz and trying to pressure Daniel Jones is the way to get him to make mistakes. He makes a lot of his turnovers when people are dropping back in coverage. I wouldn't try and blitz this cat with these weapons. Like, he's torching you up. And then secondly, the Colts 194 points scored through the first 6 weeks are the most by any Indianapolis team in the Super Bowl era. Yeah, including the one that won the Super Bowl with Peyton Manning in 07. So those are legit numbers. Like this is real. Like this isn't just Daniel Jones is there. It's a fun story. This Colts team's like legit. Louie Maruno has this defense fucking humming now. Jonathan Taylor is one of, if not the best at RB in the NFL. They have 3 good weapons at wide receiver, an elite tight end in Tyler Warren, and a good offensive line with a good system. Like, name a thing that they don't have. And the only reason they were getting beat so bad in the secondary was Chartavius Ward got a concussion in that game, or I'm sorry, in pregame. So they lost their CB1 35-40 minutes before the game started in that Arizona game. So like that kind of does mess with your coverages a little bit. So I'm fully in on this team here. Colts to win, Colts to cover. I have Jonathan Taylor being the stud of the game. He's at least 100 yards or a touchdown in almost every game this season. So he's just producing at a max level. And then give me Kamani Vidal. I was high on him coming out of the draft. He was one of my 3 running backs to stash back in like 2 years, the Tyrone Tracy draft, whichever one that was last year. Didn't really work out. He didn't get enough run. They finally let him loose, and it just so happens that they have an elite running back on the roster who's hurt, which sucks. But like, Kamani Vidal played pretty damn good, dude. So I imagine him to keep getting the rock. And if he's going to be the running back for this offense, that dude I want to score score a touchdown. Like, I want that dude in my slips, on my fantasy lineups, just all around, all over.
I picked him up off the waiver wire for this week, and that was a godsend.
Bahookie, go for it.
Yeah, this Colts team is looking pretty damn good right now. They're top of the AFC right now. Colts to win, Colts to cover. Tyler Warren is my stud of the game. He's been Mr. Everything for them, as advertised. And Josh Downs is my anytime touchdown scorer. He's really carved a decent rollout for himself in this team.
Yeah, with a quarterback who can like throw the ball, it turns out their receivers are actually like pretty damn good. Lead us into Packers Cardinals. The Packers are favored by 6.5 here. Bahookie, what do you got? You picking your Cardinals again?
No, not unless they're playing the Titans.
They still didn't win that game.
So yeah, I'm going Packers here to win, to cover. Jordan Love is my stud, and Tucker Kraft, Mr. Reliable, for the tight end touchdown.
I love that. I mean, Tucker Kraft is that dude. I have the Packers to win, the Packers to cover. I do have Matthew Golden as my sicko. He finally
starting to emerge.
Yeah, he's starting to look like that dude. They're starting to like get him the ball down the field, and like he's gonna make some serious plays if that chemistry with Jordan Love can, like, if that gets built up like it is with Romeo Doubs, like they're gonna have some serious issues. Speaking about Romeo Doubs, I have him to score a touchdown because again, that connection, the red zone, he's a big target, sure hands, and like he's a go up and get it type of guy. Throw it up, he'll go up and get it. And Jordan Love likes that. Nolan, go Packers Cardinals, then lead us into Commanders Cowboys.
I doubled up on Packers here. Coming off of the break, I think they want to kind of get back to where they were in those first couple of weeks. I mean, think about what we were talking about this Packers team like in those first couple of weeks, how for real they looked. I think a win here, albeit against the Cardinals, but it wins a win to get the ball rolling again. So double up on win and cover for Packers, and then I'll double up on Josh Jacobs as well. I mean, this is easily a game script where he could just be toting the rock 20 to 25 times for a ton of yards and some tutties. So I'll go Josh Jacobs. All right, Commanders Cowboys. Boy, oh boy, do I want
Sorry.
Do I want to play it safe, but fuck it. Cowboys to win and cover. Dak for stud and Javonte Williams anytime, man. Go ahead and put it on. I ride or die, no matter what. I don't know, man. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Cannot take them. I don't care how bad the loss is if it happens. So that's where I'm at, man.
You guys lost to Bryce Young. How are you supposed to beat Jaden Daniels? All right. That was a good response to my question. I'll go next. So I'm going to take the Commanders to win here, and the Commanders to cover the 2.5. I'm sorry, they're plus 2.5. They're plus 2.5. So that makes 0 sense to me. Give me Bill here. I think they'll kind of forgive that initial fumble. They kept giving him the ball. He looks sharp, and he looks like a running back who can really thrive in this read option outside zone, trying to hit the corner and burst up the field type of offense that Cliff Kingsbury has. And he just fits. He fits the role very, very well. And give me Debo to come back and score a touchdown after being kind of banged up this week. I just think he comes in. If he's healthy, he'll have a much better week there. I'm going to lead us into no, I'm sorry, Bahookie, you're up. You're up.
Yep. Yeah. This is a pretty big swing game here for both teams. I think Tyler kind of hit the nail on the head. I trust the Commanders. I trust Jaden Daniels in this big game situation. We've seen him go on the road and get big wins when it's been needed in the past. I think he does that again. And the timeless wonder, Zach Ertz, is my anytime touchdown scorer. Moving along into Sunday night football, we've got the Falcons at the 49ers. And I just watched the Falcons all night last night. I just watched to the end of the game, did not give up, and probably should have.
That was a brutal last drive for a Bills fan. You're just like, brother, fuck, stop them, come on.
Yep. Yeah, they you got to give credit where credit is due. Their rushing attack is really potent. We even had Kyle Pitts make a couple plays against us. That was when I really knew. There's this guy at the bar. He's like, "Yeah, throw it to Kyle Pitts. This is the year." And I was cracking up. But you got Bijan in there, so I got Tyler Algier mostly to talk about their two-headed rushing attack. And I mentioned it earlier in the show, like Tyler Algier would start on a lot of different teams, and he's like a really, really potent change of pace back. And when they're playing the way that they were yesterday, and their defense is coming out. They're a tough team to beat when they control the pace of the game and how many possessions you're getting. And I went with Drake London as my anytime touchdown scorer. We were really lucky to get him out of bounds at the 2-yard line in the first part in the end of the first half, because that game could have been even more out of hand.
Yeah, there was almost 28-7.5. I was just like, yeah, what is good? I thought it would be a tighter game. I didn't think it was going to be something like that. I'll go next. I have the Falcons to win here, Falcons to cover. Maybe if the 49ers were like 2% healthy instead of 0% healthy, I could maybe talk myself into going the 49ers spread here. I cannot do that.
Yeah, Fred Warner's out.
I mean, Bosa, Warner, Pearsall, Purdy, Trent Williams isn't playing all that well this year. It's just their best players are like Kendrick Bourne and Mac Jones. That's not going to win you many games. I can tell you that from fucking experience. Okay. It's not good. It's not good. Not what you need. It's a little better when you don't have Matt Patricia and Joe Judge coaching them, but you're still getting various degrees of results here. Give me the Falcons to win, Falcons to cover. Bijan Robinson is going to just annihilate this linebacking core that does not have its best player. That injury for Fred Warner sort of felt like the Niners season. Like, you can withstand a Nick Bosa going down. You can piece it together. Like, if Nick Bosa and Fred Warner go down, I'm not sure how you're bouncing back from that from a defensive standpoint, even with Robert Saleh still in tow there. And then to score a touchdown, it's good old money, man. Another cream puff boy, CMC, the white guy. He's really good at scoring touchdowns, really good at playing football. Arguably one of the best players in the league. He's going to score again. But yeah, after that, Nolan, how about you wrap up the Sunday night preview and then we can move us into the Monday night preview.
I'm doubled up on Falcons here as well. You guys have said everything perfectly. Injuries to this Niners team make this a favorable road trip for the Falcons when normally it shouldn't be in any way. Going out to San Fran should be a nightmare for a lot of teams, and now it seems a lot more doable. So I'll go Penix for stud though. Hey, with these injuries, why wouldn't he put together a good game? And then again, talking about the injuries, Fred Warner out, Kyle Pitts better eat that shit up. Eat the middle of the field up, man. The best guy to cover you is not there anymore. So I'll go him for an anytime touchdown as well. The only other thing to keep your eye on here is if the 49ers activate George Kittle, which everything is kind of leaning that way, that they're going to activate him and he could play this week. That would be the only positive thing for the Niners going into that game.